If you were city brass and you had an extra $52 million kicking around, how would you spend it? That was the focus of this gathering at Devonian Gardens in downtown Calgary, moderated by former Dragon's Den celebrity Brett Wilson.
I'd like to pitch here, Brett, a goat-haired person. Wait, wrong Dragon's Den. Hang on.
City councillors were actually arguing possible targets for the extra cash, which Mayor Naheed Nenshi says came to the city this way.
When the province passed their budget in March, after we had passed ours already and settled on all of our rates, they actually ended up asking us for less than we had expected. So given that the tax bills were being printed, given that they're out in the mail this week, we find ourselves with $52 million a year, more than we thought we would have.
The 5 options pitched here for where to put it were city transit, boosting business, revitalizing communities, reducing city debt, or, as Alderman Peter Demong argued, simply giving it back to taxpayers since none of the other 4 options were important enough to be part of budget deliberations in November.
If we as a council felt that any of the other 4 options were a priority, then we should have dealt with it at that time.
Brett Wilson didn't like the idea of giving it back.
Bottom line, you're talking mini Ralph Bucks. Let's call them Star Bucks, because that's all you get. 2 cups of coffee a month is what you're talking about. And I'd rather see that kind of money put back into our city than consumed by coffee.
But a lot of people were on board with pocketing the extra cash.
They can call it a mini Ralph Bucks. They want to, but I think it's a good practice for this city government to follow in Ralph Klein's footsteps.
I think it should go back to the taxpayers. I got my bill yesterday I got my bill and it jumped by $300 and something, and I only got a small house. So it should go back to the taxpayers.
There were other opinions too. Kathy Newman wished it could go to education, but since that's a provincial issue.
I'm also very pro the transit program. I am a transit user, and ideally, wouldn't it be neat if that wonderful service that we get first thing in the morning could be maintained during the day?
She wasn't the only one pushing for transit.
It absolutely is needed. Like, I live down in the southeast and I have a hard time getting there, even though I can quickly get to an LRT station. It's not the best.
I came here thinking transit, and I'm leaving here thinking transit, or maybe the drop the debt would be my second option.
But did the debate change your mind?
Not a whole lot, but it was cool to see Brett Wilson.
Council is expected to make a decision on the extra cash in July. For Sun News, I'm Lyle Aspinall.